$4,500. That's the exact amount of money I humbly made today in 2 hours of work, trading the same exact strategy that I'm getting ready to break down to you guys in depth right now. Okay, no magic bullet, no overcomplicating. Okay, I go by GK the Trader and I trade live every single day inside of my Discord. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. And we're getting in here now to break it down to you guys right now and transfer the knowledge to you guys. Okay, in hopes of you doing this for yourself and passing the blessings on. So I'm an ICT concept based trader. Okay, I know some of you are rolling your eyes right now or clicking off the video. That's fine. Okay, you probably don't belong here anyway. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, I started out in 2018, and that's where I started. Okay, so what you're gonna get from me is that's the base and core knowledge that I originally learned. Okay, up off of, and then I also have the 6 years of back data, right, and experience that go into my strategy. So the main thing that I think lacks in ICT lectures, first of all, is why I'm even on here teaching in the first place, because I just really want to steer people in the correct direction and give them something that actually works on a repeating basis at a very specific time of day. Okay, so what I think lacks is just too much overcomplication, too much scattered concepts, and just too much stuff that just can confuse, especially a newer trader. Okay, and that's where I come into play, and this is where I'm going to teach you guys exactly what I do every single day to identify a high quality model, right, and something that I would have put my live funds on. So breaking it down right here, there's 4 simple steps. Okay, 4 things that I'm looking at. Like, this is the core concepts that I'm looking at every single time I put a live trade on to, make some money. Number 1, first and foremost, I need a higher time frame key level to be utilizing. Okay. Number 2, time-based macro / hunting window, which I'll get into in a minute. Okay, but macros are basically just 10 minutes before the hourly candle opens, 10 minutes after, right, a new hourly candle forms. That's it. Number 3, opposing buy stops / sell stops to target, aka pray. Number 4, a valid displacement. So these 4 concepts here, you might be confused right now, can't wrap your head around it. Well, guess what? We're going to dive into it right now, utilizing these 4 various steps right here. So as you saw in the clip in the beginning of the video, first and foremost, we're going to overview that short selling setup. Okay, and that's going to be right here. Okay, and number 1, what's the higher time frame key level that we're utilizing here? Okay, in this case here, I'm looking at this balanced price range extended to the right side of the chart and this old hourly swing high. Okay, and what's above swing highs? Buy stops. So I wait for price to run up into there in a premium. Okay, and I'm basically just watching to see how price responds. Okay, specifically with the bodies above for that. And as you can see here, if you map out midpoint of the balanced price range, okay, you'll find that price closes not once, but twice right below the midpoint there after sweeping buy stops here and here. Okay, so we have the higher time frame key level established. Now let's drop down and see if we can find a time-based macro that supports short selling, right? And an opposing clear draw with valid displacement in that favor. Okay, 5-minute chart here. As you can see, okay, price runs up into that buy side there, hits that, drops off, creates a swing high here. Okay, and then this is when it gets interesting. Okay, after we already established on everything on the higher time frame chart, right, we're in a ridiculous premium right now. That's why this short makes sense as well. We're in a very deep premium ever since that 9:30 opening. Everything's just been higher, right? And that's why I'm going to be trying to frame a model number 3, which is specifically a model designed to do stuff like this. Attack those who feel comfortable, okay, and who have been making money. So all I'm doing here is entering the next session, which is the PM session, right, and identifying who's been making money, right? And if I pull my Fibonacci tool, that's going to be from the 9:30 low here, always. Okay, and we're going to take that up to the reversal high here. Now, all I'm doing, okay, let's back it up for a second. Okay, if you're feeling like it's overcomplicated already, let me simplify it for you. It's not a complicated thing, okay? We wait for that higher time frame key level to be tapped in a premium, okay? And if you don't know what premium discount is, okay, this isn't the right video for you. You need to go back and, find a beginner technical analysis video, right? And be able to identify premium and discount, right? It's not a complicated thing. We had a good reaction above that higher time frame key level here. And now we're identifying what could be a really high quality opposing draw, right? And I'm diving into that right now, okay? And then I'll show you the time-based aspect to it as well as the displacement that I actually entered on, okay? Right here, this is going to be the highest quality sell side liquidity draw here. Not only is it the lowest hanging fruit low that's left behind, see these relative lows here? Okay, extend that back. Okay, that's way too clean and smooth. Anytime you see smooth lows like this, that's always a very, very high quality target in this narrative right here. Okay, what makes this low even more high probability, okay, what you want to put in your notes, is the fact that we have a large inefficiency resting just below that low. So here's that low on that 5-minute chart that we had annotated. And as you can see here, we have a large hourly buy side inefficiency, and you can see we extend that out through there. So not only do we have a sell side liquidity low here on a Model 3 basis, but we also have an inefficiency just below that. And you can see price, delivers that beautifully, okay? All right, 1-minute chart here. As you can see, got a couple more annotations on my chart. I try to keep it more so, clean on my charts. I don't try to have all this stuff in my chart because it just distracts from the actual candlesticks painting. Okay, so essentially what we're looking at here, right? It was very hard to get a part of this move here, right? That's why I had to be very assertive with it and right on the ball. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I was looking for, right, to take this trade. What is price doing here? It's trading sideways, so I'm not really interested, right? By nature, I'm not interested in trading a consolidation. I want to see something like this, a sudden move. What happens? Price runs up above the high here. Buy side liquidity run above this short-term high. Okay, after we already had a good reaction, remember, above that higher time frame key level we already shown. Now, what I'm looking at is, do we get some type of valid displacement in the favor of that draw that we already established opposing? Okay, remember, those who feel comfortable, large, deep pockets, we're going to have their sell stops jammed below these lows from the New York session. Okay. Now, the exact signature that takes place and is so significant is this sudden displacement inside of a macro, okay? So I'm only hunting this model, right, if I have it performing inside of a macro right here. And this macro here is 1250 to 110. So it has to be in the context and narrative of a time-based macro, okay? And if it's not a macro, okay, when I trade New York session live on Discord, okay, our hunting window, okay, I'm giving out a lot here. Gonna want to take notes here. Right, it's 10:30 to 12:10, but that's a discussion for another time. All you need to know is we're utilizing a macro here. Okay, we had a good reaction up off that higher time frame key level in a premium, important. Right, those higher time frame buy stops we swept, came down up off of that, and then we have a buy stop right here. When? Inside of a macro. Now the missing piece is number 4. Remember? Displacement. So as soon as I see this right here, boom, this huge impulse candle, right? I'm in that. I'm shorting. Okay, granted, more times than not, it'll give like a little retracement here and allow those who missed the initial drop down here, right, to get a part of it, but it just was excessively bearish, okay, and just delivered straight to target, which is even nicer, okay? So as soon as I see this here is a classic change of state delivery, okay, meaning this up candle is what drove us above this swing high here. That's buy side delivery with an immediate overlap of sell side delivery. That's a change of the state delivery and is only significant, right, because it was time-based delivery up off of that higher time frame key level here. Boom. Okay. So once I see this, that's exactly where I shorted, as you saw in the recording. Okay, once again, usually it gives that second entry, but it didn't in this example here. Okay, just got to take it or leave it with some of these models. All right, now we're going to fast forward here, and we're going to take the same exact logic we just utilized with what I just explained to you guys with this trade here. Okay, and we're going to take that over to the long I took. Okay, I alerted this live time to all my Discord members. We all cashed out. It was amazing. It's, it's a blessing, okay, to say the least. That's why I'm trying to pass this knowledge on to anyone that is going to be willing to put in the work, actually put in the time to watch this and take notes, okay? Because it'll reward you more times than you can possibly imagine if you actually show up every single day and go through that trial and error yourself, okay? So looking at it, really it's the same exact logic. Let's go back up to the higher time frame, okay? Honestly, I would say this is even a cleaner example. So if you stayed through to this video here, you're really going to reap the benefits by watching what I'm about to show you guys here, okay? Same exact thing, okay? We established the premium, right, with that short selling opportunity, okay? That was our dealing range, okay? This red to that area is premium, okay? So we ran up into that. Same exact logic with this buying opportunity here, okay? I'm taking the pre-market low, swing low, up to the high, okay? And you can see price drives down right into a discount, that red shaded area. We have a discount for value gap right here. That's our higher time frame key level that we're using, okay? Being delivered. So we have a discount, higher time frame, hourly gap, boom. We have element number one. Do we have a good reaction off of it? Well, let's drop down to the 15-minute chart. And obviously, as you can see here, as soon as we dip down, okay, price creates an assertive rally, right? Up off of that. When? Let's get down into it. Okay. Price dips down to that Farai gap right at 1:50 to 2:10 p.m. macro classic. Okay, so we have the context of the macro doing the work. Rally inside of the macro, okay. Right here at 2:08, right? And the later portion of the macro creates this Farai gap after a displacement. So it's back at it for a minute. If you're feeling confused, once again, let me simplify it for you, because this is the last place you're going to come to and it's going to be overcomplicated, okay? Not only did we deliver the hourly gap, okay, as our higher time frame key level, but we also ran, remember, New York session sell stops here. So the work's already been complete, okay? Higher time frame key level, element number one. Element number two is time-based delivery. Do we have that? Yes, we're utilizing a macro once again. Number three, do we have a clear opposing target? Absolutely, yes, we do. Let's take the same exact logic we used with the short selling opportunity, and let's anchor our fib within the dealing range. That's going to be from this high here down to the low. All right. Once again, like I just showed you in the other example, here it is repeating once more inside of a time window, specific one. Find equilibrium. Where's that most significant high? Right? Around equilibrium. Obviously, with the benefit of hindsight, but I assure you, this is what I call it real time. It's going to be above this wick high right here. So essentially, model number three is a time-based model attacking opposing liquidity, right? And you can see it happens back to back inside of a day like this. So it was kind of just, it was feeding us good today, to say the least, okay? So what we're looking at is we have everything that we need, really. We have element 1 through 3 now. Now the last thing is valid displacement. We already showed you how we had that, okay? Once it delivers this Farai gap, what you want to do is buy that, put your stop loss down below the second Farai gap here, and target that opposing prey buy side liquidity for those who've been making money and didn't take profits, right? In the short selling opportunity, their stop's going to get jammed above this wick high, okay? So to recap, higher time frame key level number one is what you look for and a good reaction off of it. Number two, a very specific time pocket. Okay, I didn't cover the real time pocket that I trade usually, which is 10:30 to 12:10, but I'll create another video on that if you guys want it. Okay, but outside of that, especially if you're trading the PM session, you rely heavily on those macros. That's element number two, time-based delivery. Number three, opposing logical prey. Buy stops or sell stops inside of the range, right? Just like we see right here in this example. Number four, valid displacement, not some, sluggish, tiptoeing around price action. Real displacement in price like you see right here. And favorably, you want to see it creating multiple Farai gaps, like in this displacement right here as well, okay? So it's not overcomplicated. It's simplified. It's all you really need when you truly strip it down, all right? And if you made it this far in the video, okay, you are going to be a millionaire. I'm going to tell you it firsthand, all right? And also, okay, while I have you here, I am running a 7-day free trial. You don't have to pay me anything. 7 days for free. You can trade with me live. Learn, earn, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm going to be closing that up in about 2 weeks. Okay, so get in while you can. I'll see you on the other side, and I hope you guys got something out of this. Hope you gained some knowledge. Be blessed, stay blessed, and take care, guys.